Hello and welcome to Buckman's Model Mania. Today we're going to be working on the Disney Dollhouse issue 20, or stage or magazine, however you want to put it. Just realized I did not put the table away from issue 19 yet. That's okay. So in this issue we've got the parts from, I think it was issue 18, which would be wall 8. Oh, no, wall 8 was from issue 19. We got another floor, and we got several pieces in this bubble pack. So let's go ahead and get the bubble pack open. See if we can do it without launching pieces all over the place. And let me grab the little blue container from last time, which, by the way, not from last time, a couple episodes ago. There's the paper, now looking like a scroll. What we have in here is some blocks. Now, blocks are from Peter Pan's room. We have a doll, also from Peter Pan's. I said doll, I thought ball. The doll from Peter Pan's room. And then the ball from Peter Pan's room. That's going to about cap this one off. We've got another trim piece that matches with that. Really small trim piece. We've got these corner pieces. Interesting. This one has no backing paper on it. The other three do, and all that is that when they cut them, they have this plastic on them so that it stays clear until you take this plastic off. And then it's very clear at that point. This is what they look like with the plastic on. Just out of curiosity. Now, there's nothing on here. I'm going to go ahead and peel this off of all of them. We don't use these in this stage, but we will in a future stage. And I'm pretty sure where they're going to be used. I can see 1, 2, 3, 4. So they're going to be used here, here, and those two spots at the top of the wall, holding the bumped out window together. I think it's also called a bay window, but I'm in the Midwest and we have some bumped out windows, so that's what I call them now. So let's see, this is wall 8 that they're talking about here. Let me go ahead and get this floor out of the way. We've got some other small wall sections. We have wall 10 here. This is this considered a full wall? It is. This is wall 9. 9 and 10 are going to go together like this. Kind of a tongue and groove here. Now, let me show you exactly what these are going to be used for. I'm going to go ahead and put one on either end just for giggles. That's how it's actually going to sit into the floor. Almost got moving further before I got the rest of it out. We've got some wallpaper, smaller piece of wallpaper, and that's everything in this pack. Let's go ahead and get rid of this. Move these trim pieces out of the way. And these trim pieces are going to go on here. No, I did not mention sorry, what room this is. This is going to be, I believe, this is going to be Alice's room. Yeah, this is Peter Pan. This is Alice's room that we're working on right now. So there's a groove here. So this is going to be, there's probably going to be a wall here. On this side is where we're going to put the wallpaper. And what they want us to do is across the top and the bottom. Where did I put it? I cleaned up the bench just a little bit ago because this thing is getting huge, and when I have to bring the main part of it over, I need more room. It is going to rapidly outgrow the bench. So similar to what we've done before, we're going to line this up on either end. And run this line across. We're going to do the same thing down here. The reason we're doing that is this is where the wallpaper top and bottom are going to go. Make sure I hold that down. So there I now have the lines marking the top edge and the bottom edge of the wallpaper. They say, like always, to fold it over about 1 centimeter before you pull it across. We're going to run the wallpaper to this edge right here and then pull it across. The tile pieces are going to be on the bottom, the tile looking part of the wallpaper. I'll show you what I mean in just a second. Almost got it. There it is. So this is what I'm calling the tile looking pieces, and that's the just regular wallpaper. It is very retro, very 70s. Haven't seen something like that in decades. That's okay. So now we're going to lay this on here. I'm going to line up the bottom corner, then the top corner, push across, grab it, and very slowly, gently, pull it across here. And it is not perfectly straight. So let's see if we can straighten it out a little bit. It's not gonna get straightened out. And now at this point I gotta pull it back because I'm starting to screw the wallpaper. That's why you gotta be careful when pulling the wallpaper. You need to make sure that it is as straight as possible, and if you have to pull it back, be very careful because, like I said, I almost wrinkled it. I have had that problem on the Moomin house. I've got a small wrinkle, and you can't get rid of that wrinkle once it's there. And I was being a little bit picky. Yes, it went across the line here, but 0.5 millimeter maybe. So let's push this down all the way across. Go ahead and get rid of this. And what we're going to do is we're going to take our blade, or we're going to take the metal ruler, line it up with the edge, top and bottom. Find a sharp knife, and we're going to just run it across here, cutting those tabs out. I think, did I miss the tabs? I did miss the tabs. Let's open the book back up, look. Yeah, and it's not really telling you how far back. I only realized that when I was cutting straight through. You want to be as close as you can on this, because the key thing is this is going to bump up against another wall. That should be good. That's more what I was looking for. So let's peel this off like that. That is exactly what I want. Perfect. Because if you look, you can't see it here, but it is just ever so slightly over the edge. So we're going to set this aside. Now we're going to take these pieces apart. Go ahead and put those plastic pieces in here so I don't misplace them. Set this up here, and it's having you look at this, and what you're looking for, the 9 needs to be on the top. There's a line on the top and the bottom. You want to line your paper up with this edge. Just looking to see. Now hopefully they cut the paper to where it's going to line up, because there's nothing I can do if that paper is not lined up. What I'm talking about is when they go together, and actually when it goes together, it's going to be close enough. It's not going to really matter. That's what I'm talking about. This is one side, this is the other side of that curve. And instead of pulling it across this way, we're going to pull it from the top down. So I had to look for a second there, make sure I had the top. Go back here. Okay, yeah. We're lining it up on this edge here with this line here. Want this as close to perfect as humanly possible. That should be good. This time I'm going to make sure I'm lining it up on the edge. So this piece wouldn't be so bad. This I could pull back off. Okay. So now we have the tabs sticking out here. Get rid of this. We'll lay our straight edge on there. Let's just make sure. See what they're doing here. They're messing with me. Okay. They're saying to do it from here. One thing when you're going behind like this into the corners, you want to make sure you go into the corner with your point from both sides. So now actually I can see the edge all the way along. So I'm going to go up against that edge on both sides, come across here, come across here, peel this off, slight spot there. Didn't damage it, but I felt it pull just a hair at the end there. So now we have this piece of wallpaper on here. Then we have wall 10. Actually, just looking, they're not saying to draw the line across because you're, again, pulling from the top down. So we're going to peel this back, fold it over, this time lining it up with, make sure which edge we're lining it up with. Lining it up with this edge here. Which is odd because, oh, that's upside down. We're lining it up with that edge there so that these will hopefully present a pretty closed gap there. Might overlap just a hair. I am on purpose. I don't know if you're going to see it on camera, but it's a slight overlap right there so that it'll cover that gap between the two pieces. And pull this down, spreading it, making sure you get it, not spreading it, but making sure you get it pushed down as you go. Actually looks like they say to fold it over this edge just, oh yeah they do. I see why. Did not have you do it on this edge. There's a small, come on, focus. There's a small ridge there. That's what they want you to fold it onto. They want you to fold that down like this. See, it is now laying over that edge down on this side. And now we're going to very, very carefully, don't think I'm going to use that. Matter of fact, let me see what I can do here, because I've got to get that edge down at the same time I'm cutting it off. Maybe if I go like that, and then not a little bit judicial on how I cut. I'm okay that it overlaps a little bit there. I'm perfectly fine with that. Because when the next wall comes along, I'll just make sure that that gets pushed down inside. Down inside, not pushed back up like that. Be good. And that's the thing, is when you're not doing actual wallpaper, when you're doing it on a dollhouse like this, I've had the same issue a little bit with the movement house. You need to play with it a little bit, because on a real wall, you would just go across the corner, or you would set it with a seam right there, lined up to where that would be the edge of that piece of wallpaper. Not so much on a dollhouse of this, of this scale. So once you have that, let's see, what are they saying to do here? Okay, once you have that in place, you can take your knife, you're going to run it along the inside, both sides, along the edges. Like I said before, make sure you hit each corner and go out from that corner. This should finish that piece off, just like that. Let's make sure we have this pushed down. There will be a window in there, so sorry, lost my voice for a second there. There will be a window in here, so it will actually cover the edges up. Now we're going to come back over to the first piece we worked with. We're going to find a little booger in the paint right there. Shouldn't matter. We've got a slanted edge on both sides, right there and there. We're going to make sure that that edge runs all the way. Oh, no, it does not. Hang on. Okay, I see. It's going to run to this edge and to the edge of the wallpaper here. So let's run a little bit of a bead of glue down here. Like this. Stop right there. And we're going to lay this down here like that. Just double checking. Lay it down here to the edge here. Edge here and the edge of the, nope, not these. Have to have multiple types of clamps, because when I started to put that one on, it started to slide the trim piece. Let me pause for a minute and I'll be right back. Okay, gonna have to pause again here in a minute. I wanted to come back and get this finished because I don't want it to set up in the wrong place. That was the wife asking me to go out and water our tomato plants. We have awesome tomatoes growing right now. They're insane. They're cherry tomatoes, but they're growing like mad. Okay, so got that lined up on both ends. It's flat here, on here, and so I will return once I water the plants. Put this top on the glue. I'll be back. Okay, back from watering the tomatoes. And so the next thing they want you to do is put this piece on. Looking, they've got it like this. This little piece is going to line up with either edge, and you have a slant on both sides. So when it's in place, it's going to sit there like that. This edge is going to be flush with this. The bottom piece is going to be flush. The slant from the other side. And it's going to be flush with the top edge. Let me make sure. Okay, I wasn't sure if I had made sure I did that on this side. So let me put a little bit of glue across here. Oh, terrible bad. Had some glue on my thumb and got it on the wall, the wallpaper. Fortunately, it peels right back off. Let me pause, my wife is back. Okay, and so this last one is going to go on just like that. Haven't glued it yet. good thing too. I was looking to glue it on the wrong end. So let me double check this. Yeah, and you'll see that the slanted edges kind of line up. So let me put the glue across here. Small bead. This one I could not put a clamp on. Every time I tried it, shifted it out of place. So slide this to where it needs to be. Just remove the excess glue here. Push it down to where it matches the top edge. Make sure this edge is lined up. Put a clamp here, here. Take the Q-tip, clean off this excess glue right here. And it's not perfectly lined up with the slants. Sorry, concentrating. But it's really, really close. So that when these two pieces join together like this, it makes an almost perfect joint like right there. So let me double check. Set this down here. Everything is clamped up, and we've got these corner pieces here. Put the rest of these clamps away. And you'll notice I use a ton of different clamps. I have a lot of different types of clamps. But that, my friends, is all there is to do in this stage. I can bring this back over. I'm not positive where this wall is going to go, but I do know these should go somewhere around here. Probably this one right here, this, and this one right here. More parts of the Disney house going together. Loving this thing. Really, it is well engineered. A few spots you got to be a little bit careful, but overall, it is a great build. So, like, subscribe, hit the bell icon to be notified of anytime I post new content. Leave a comment. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you think of the build. Let me know if, just let me know. I love comments. I respond to all of them. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. Have a great day. Have a great day tomorrow. And I will see you in the next video.